So it's here. It's finally here. Yeah, the very first episode or mission of Spy Family. And I have to admit, being a manga fan of Spy Family, I am very happy with this episode. Now, this episode is currently being shown on Crunchyroll, and I will leave a link to their website. You do have to be a member, paid member, to be able to see this episode. But if you are, and haven't seen it, I would suggest that you watch it if you're really interested in a wholesome / exciting / funny anime. But in any case, yeah, going over this, once again, this is not a reaction video. This is a discussion video. So if you're interested in a reaction, please turn this off and take a look at somebody else's video. But as a fan of Spy Family manga, I just wanted to discuss some of the things I noticed about episode 1. Now, one of the first things I would like to say is I would like to commend the director, Kazuhiro Furuhashi, for this episode. It was done very well. I wasn't sure how this was going to be portrayed because Spy Family as a manga has many different facets, as I often say. It's funny, it's wholesome, and it's action-packed. And so I wasn't sure which one would dominate the episode. And what I really enjoyed about this episode was that it took a very kind of 1970-ish old style Cold War sort of spy genre. It had a very good feel to it. And it had a very serious feel to it as well. This is a little bit different from the manga. The manga is relatively serious, especially in the first chapter. But it is a little bit more cartoony, and it takes it in a little bit more kind of comical side of the story, whereas this one takes it a little bit more serious in the spy genre. And we start off, of course, with the same scene of that car losing control and going off the side, and especially in the anime, it sets off a really serious tone with regards to this anime. People who may have come in thinking that this was going to be just a slapstick, hilarious, cute anime was probably surprised at the kind of the violence that came out in the very first part of the scene. But it really sets up this entire manga very well because that is where we are introduced to Lloyd. And as we know in the beginning of this story, Lloyd is a very cold, calculating sort of spy. If I was to compare it to any other spy, he would be closer to somebody like Ethan Hunt than he would be to James Bond. He is a spy that uses his wits as much as his skill. And I am very happy with the voice actor of Lloyd Folger, Tatsuya Endo. He did a really, really good job in being able to bring out the cool, calculating persona of Lloyd. And of course, this continues on as we are introduced to Operation Strix. And we do get a little bit of a comical moment as he finds out that he has to create this fake family right from the very first episode. Now, for people who have read the manga, you know what the background is. He needs to get a child into the Eden College so that the child could get close to the Desmond family, which is the target for this operation. And so he goes to the adoption center to find a child, and that's when, of course, everything starts changing because we start meeting Anya. And I have to say, Atsumi Tanezaki hit a home run with her voice acting of Anya. I was a little bit worried she was going to be a little bit more bratty voiced, but she did a really good job of doing a very cutesy but somewhat comical sort of character, which Anya is. And of course, once Anya is introduced, this puts Lloyd into this long turmoil of trying to be the cold, calculating spy, but constantly being reminded that he has to be a father, a good one, to let this operation go. And Anya is, of course, the perfect character to bring warmth back to Lloyd's heart. Now, the other thing I really liked about this story is the action. in the comic, the action's there, but it's not really the majority part of the story. If anything, it is the least focused. It's more focused towards the comedy first, and then the wholesomeness second, and the action comes in enough to make this into a spy thrilling comic. But in the anime, the action was really, really well done. The choreography and the lighting, the animation, all of that was done really well so that you knew that this was a serious spy story. And I have to admit, the part where Anya was captured and the dialogue that goes on there was a lot more serious in the anime than you felt in the manga. It's exactly the same dialogue, but the way it's portrayed is done very, very well. And once again, I would have to commend the director, Kazuhiro Furuhashi, for doing such a wonderful job. I was wondering, because he has done both comical animes such as Ranma 1/2, as well as serious animes such as Dororo, that I wasn't sure how he was going to bring this about. But he did it in a very mature and somewhat serious, dramatic sort of way. If there's anything that takes a back seat in this first episode, it is the comedy. I remember when I was reading the first mission in the manga, I was laughing my head off. Here, it's not as much. It's there, and maybe I don't laugh at it anymore because I know what the jokes are. But other things, I think, come in. If there's anything that is brought out, some of the comedy is replaced with wholesome cuteness. And I think that's fine. If there's anything that you see, rather than seeing the reactors laugh, you see the reactors go all a lot when Anya does her cute thing. And when you get to some of the dramatic moments, such as when Anya's telling Lloyd how she wants to stay with the family, the way it's done in the anime is really, really good. And so I think the director is a good one, and I think the director will be able to get the look and feel of both the drama as well as the wholesomeness that you see in Spy Family, the manga. Now, with regards to the humor, I think it'll keep on coming up because I know the future chapters are hilarious. I will not go into any of that here because I don't want to make any spoilers, but they are absolutely hilarious. And I think regardless of how the director will continue with this, it's going to become really, really funny over the next few missions. So I am looking forward to Mission 2. We all know who's going to come out in Mission 2, and it's going to be a joy to see her. But in any case, I really enjoyed Mission 1. It set up the knowledge that this anime is going to be well taken care of. And the voice acting is good. The animation is good. The music is very, very good. And the directing is fantastic. And so once Mission 2 comes out, I will bring out another video to discuss that. But this is the Mission 1 discussion for Spy Family, the anime. And I am really happy with the way it's coming out so far. So if you've seen the anime, what do you think of it? And if you read the manga, without any spoilers, how do you compare the anime with the manga? If you can leave your comments in the comment section below, I would appreciate it. And once the next episode comes out, I hope you join us. And until then, happy manga reading, happy anime watching, and as always, Jaya, nice day, everyone.